Shannon
isn't available right now. Please leave a message after the tone.
Are you gonna taste it?
Yeah. That is Icon Siam right there. Hello, little lizard. Hello.
We are at Little City Park and at Little City Liverpool, but it is the final park. And we are going into River City. I must say that was the most interesting location I've ever been.
Yeah.
Thank you for looking forward to
We're at the Relay Gallery.
What are your thoughts on the Naruto Expo?
I don't know until we finish going through everything.
Fake water.
Thai traditional art. This one. Oh, look what Vidal found.
Try anywhere. Yeah, this is my exhibition. Coins, fire, and skulls, and black cats. So after the last exhibition, which was a bit of a shock, you show me this. This one reminds me of Ron when I was watching Garden of Dutch. Maple. That's very cool. 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 Very cool
This is giving me Soviet era vibes for some reason. I think we're on the antiques floor because everything here looks very old and very expensive. I just got told not to take photos and videos of some antiques, so I just left the shop. Scenes of Bangkok
This is MBK.
made cute. Yeah, the train station, the Grand Palace, the walk over
Icon.
MBK. Where?
Over there.
This exhibition is from the Korean artists that did some artworks in the drama It's Okay Not to Be Okay. They also have a giant Furby face here. And a Pokemon trading card game arts and learning center. It's very interesting. And there's Pikachu. The walls in the Fluffy exhibition. Fluffy. Oh.
It's an SA, isn't it?
What are you writing? Jew.
Wow.
It's J-E. Jar's spelling's not that great. It's an S. And outside we have more from the Fluffy universe. And this exhibition is by Jar Jar. You probably wouldn't know it from looking at me, but I love cute stuff like this. I love these. Another duck. I'm confused now because this church says Holy Rosary Church, but it looks very different. Is it? We are in Talat Noi, or at least I think we're near it, which means little market, and I must say it's very busy and lively here. Talat Noi is one of Bangkok's oldest neighborhoods, and it was settled by Chinese immigrants over 2,000 years ago, I think. But coming down here, you can really get a feel of what old Bangkok was like, because there are still a lot of old storefronts operating today. We got a tuk-tuk to Chinatown, and now we're in Sampang Market.
So we're back in Chinatown, looking. You can go inside.
Yeah, I can see on that side, yeah. They have coconut wrap.
It's about a year, but with that, in the 73 hostel, the area, which is in the city park. Antiquity Park is the connectivity with everything. It's a wonderful opportunity in the city like Bangkok. The best thing about Antiquity Park besides having full speed status levels in that gigantic concrete corridor in Bangkok. And the park is open from 4:30 in the morning to 9 p.m. We went there at 9 a.m. The park's very full of gardens and we're working sidewalk right now with the focus added in 2022. Also added in the 7,000. So if you have a stronger version of the bar, like I do, then I'm just Benji Footy is different from a public park because the forest package indicates that the area doesn't need to be maintained and moved. to the advice of you. It looks like the rain is pretty low. If you look really well, the election.
When you look at the city like this, it doesn't actually look that densely packed with tall buildings, at least not skyscrapers. They've even included the Chao River. And there's our church.
An exercise partner here. If I wanted to show that you can do pull-ups. Do 5. You gotta go right over. Do 1 right over.
What do you mean right over?
Your chin's gonna be over the bar. Now lift this block up. Maybe. I don't know.
Đừng gặp đi.
Vậy à?
Ừ.
Rất chậm. Can you do a pull-up? How heavy is that?
Hi, for Kirby.
Okay, I guess that's the exercise for the day.
That on.
Do you feel fit now? And this is the lane on one side of Century Park. And that's the convention center right there.
So these buildings behind me are pretty much the buildings that we see from the window of our flat.
I love Lincoln Park, but I think I prefer Benticity because it's so much larger than Lincoln. And even though there are many people here, it's all spread out, so it doesn't feel like walking around and terrible and there's people here. And that is basically talk when someone comes in. We don't have time now because it's coming from the talk about the different stuff. But if you talk during the talk, definitely qualify them to be part. It's so well said. The period is beautiful. It's so well said. You know, not us and anything. It's definitely worth the Tokyo, but our men coming earlier in the morning before. Definitely.